Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. I saw a video today that really offended me. And it was a video regarding the airplane incident at the airport where some women were passing comments in a bus. I want you to listen to the video, and here's what I have to say about it.
Thank you, Lord.
A woman?
Oh, yeah, she's a lady.
And she kept talking to us all the while.
That's it. The tires are gone.
First of all, the people who are talking obviously are ignorant of what happens in the cockpit of an airplane. And I think that at this stage in the development of this country, we should promote awareness about every and anything. We can't just continue fueling our ignorance. The pilot was a lady. Were you in the cockpit? You see, there are two pilots. There's a captain and a first officer. The captain was apparently a lady, and the first officer a guy. Now, there are also two duties. There's a PF, which means pilot flying, and PM, which means pilot monitoring. Any of the pilots, the captain or the first officer, could be a pilot flying or a pilot monitoring, as the case may be. The pilot monitoring is usually in charge of communication. So probably, and from reports I'm getting, the captain of the plane was actually the pilot monitoring. The first officer, who was a guy, was actually the PF, that is the pilot flying. In aviation crisis management, there are three main things: to aviate, to navigate, and to communicate. The person aviating was a guy, but that really doesn't matter. The gender of the person who was aviating or the person who was communicating should not be an issue unless we are an oversensitive and ignorant people. Why must it be that the good pilot was a woman, or an Igbo man, or a Yoruba girl, or a Fulani boy, or a Hausa teenager? Let's remove gender, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation from where it matters. He could be straight or gay. The issue is, was he a good pilot? He could be male or female. The issue is, did he do or she do what they were supposed to do? Sexism used to be defined as prejudice, stereotyping, or discrimination, typically against women. Are we letting it become against men now? So because she did a good job, it must have been a woman flying. Can we stop sounding so ignorant? There's a bit of revision I want to add to Martin Luther King's I have a dream. And here's his version and here's mine. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. It's got to be, I have a dream that my children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by their gender, but by the content of their character. I have a dream. Naomi was in the line of fire yesterday.
What do you mean? On your YouTube page. Listen, I don't know what I did to you guys, but can't I just say my mind?
How can you say that we should stop importing movies?
I mean, I'm all about
the person
Nollywood
talking,
growing.
where did he get his accent from? Hollywood.
Well, I can't lie.
It is
a lot of Nigerians
that if it's exposure.
It's exposure, you know,
exposure.
non-sawing, Nollywood.
Exposure to Netflix.
Nollywood has work to do, let me not lie. They are trying, yes. At least they've stopped casting Aki and Popo as Ramsey Noah when Ramsey Noah was a child. You've not seen movies that Aki and Popo was Ramsey Noah, then grew up to now Ramsey Noah.
But you know,
I've never seen that one before.
What are you telling me?
No,
what's the name of the
I've
film?
never seen any movie. No, first of all, Aki and Papa, they were star actors, so there is no movie where they started as kids and then grew up to become an adult somebody else. No, it's always them. It's always Aki and Papa till the end of the movie because they are star actors themselves. Please give Nollywood.
But in a way,
credit they
I
deserve.
miss the old Nollywood. I miss Special Sozoko.
You miss it now, but you were bashing it. You
Patience.
probably would be bashing it then. That it's
Yes.
whack, it's this. But
Hold
you
on,
miss it
hold
now.
on, hold on. I miss the tomfoolery of it.
I miss Special Sozoko doing this.
I like Patience Osoko,
It's humor.
but she has become a pastor now. She has stopped doing Hollywood.
Hasn't she?
Yeah.
For real. But she did
Yeah.
King.
The Lord has called her.
She did a movie,
Which
Chief
Lord?
Daddy.
Sorry.
What do you mean? The Lord that calls every one of you?
To come and be telling people to stop wearing hair.
Wearing
That's
wigs.
not the Lord. Whatever it is, you should ask that thing that called that is not the Lord. That wigs are satanic. Where do you get all that nonsense from?
They worship. As in, if wigs are satanic, then man, a lot of us should be mad.
All of you will have run mad. Only Zika now have sense.
Well, I feel-
It's
I
actually
feel
the other
like-
way around.
I feel like majority of the old Christians or the old people that God called, God told all of them the same thing. Because
When you say God called,
They probably had the same supplier.
saying grace.
because people of that age, when they always say the same thing. Don't wear weaves, don't do all of these things.
Where did they get that from? Because you see, I'm
Maybe
worried.
It's like the Old Testament and the New Testament. So maybe
Even the
God
Old
called
Testament,
them.
you
You
don't
from
say
old-
anybody should not wear wig.
quote what the God told you, because if you said you stop wearing wigs, say God said I should stop. Don't come to poor can see me and start
Say the
telling
thing
me.
that is mentioned speaking into my head. He's telling me not to wear wig. Stop calling God where he did not send you.
On the
people.
final
If it's
day.
your husband's phone that's telling that has called you to stop wearing wigs, mention it.
Yeah. Listen, there's nothing wrong with wearing wigs or having tattoos or any of those things. There's absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah, but maybe for morals or
For morals.
or
Hold on.
decency.
Hold on.
Or for decency.
Listen. Here's my problem. We are not particularly a nation known for decency. We are also not known for morals. Where are the morals?
No,
Are we more
we have
moral-
respect though in this part of the world.
Let's Google top 10 most morally upright
oh my
nations.
goodness.
Top 10
I mean, I feel like they advise against these things because, for instance, if
upright nations. If
don't-
we're not there, we should just shut up with this moral nonsense.
Hey.
Sweden is the most good country in the world.
And
Maybe click and let's see. Maybe Nigeria is number 2.
What
All
do you
right,
mean?
we're gonna do it.
Maybe
There's
like
a difference between being good and just having good morals.
Okay, so you can be good but have bad morals.
No, like it's not just. It doesn't just end with being good.
most ethical countries in the
Yeah,
world.
hey,
Where's
that
the most
that
ethical countries in
that
the
would
world?
be. I'm sure.
Oh,
Sweden
Is
is
that
still
not
number
New-
1.
Is that not
Japan is
Nigeria?
number 8.
sorry, where is Africa?
Afri fire.
That's the last one. Check.
But this
Hold
is
on, hold
maybe
on.
2019 we made it.
How many?
Number
decades
10,
ago?
Netherlands.
What did you
where-
say?
How
Listen,
many decades ago was this?
2018.
2018. Netherlands 10, Denmark 9.
How did they even get the
Japan
statistics? I don't
8.
understand.
This is racist.
Look around you. Does it look like these statistics are lying?
This is racist.
Where is the morality?
You know,
It's
7
racist.
can 3,
There's no African
6
country
Australia,
It's like
Where's
it's like
5?
they just don't do the research.
New
very
Zealand,
well.
4 Norway, 3 Switzerland, 2 Finland, and number 1 Sweden.
But I feel
Most ethical country
What's
in
the
the world.
friendliest country in the world?
it's like they don't do.
Let me ask you a question. I was discussing this with Taze Buds the other day. Look at how we are. We don't cut. My son, for instance, has braids. And the teachers complained in school, but we're like, he's a kid and we don't cut his hair, blah, 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 blah. And very soon he'll get to a stage where we cannot,
Start
we have
cutting.
to just cut his hair. And I'm asking, who cutting hair help? All the people that will cut hair for this same discipline are still the ones that are going to be dragging road with you at the toll gate. Have you ever gone to the toll gate and seen 3 straight lines facing the toll? One person will just come from the back. Come on, guys. You bribe to get a passport, you bribe to get a driver's license, and then you don't do your hair.
Wait, there's no African country in this list yet.
This is
At
racist.
top 10.
Listen. I went to get my Romanian passport in Romania. They gave me a 10:35 appointment. You know what saved me? The passport office was down the road from my house. So me, I was doing my usual Nigerian thing. No one said, It's 10 o'clock.
Safest
You are not
African.
there yet. Run. Do you know I ran to the place? I got there at 10:35. My appointment was 10:36. As I was adjusting myself, my name just appeared on the screen. Go to room. As in 10:36 on the dot. It wasn't 10:37 or 10:38. It was 10:36 that they gave me the appointment on the internet, and they were working with that exact time. But here, go. Have you gone to passport office before? My passport is
Just
my passport is
dedicate your
expiring.
entire day.
Entire day?
The
You
whole-
mean entire week?
Because it's always going to be come back tomorrow.
There's
Yeah.
going to be the day for the capture, and then this day you're going to come and pick it up. Like, what the? The day I went to pick my passport, they gave me another time. I went there 10 minutes before, exactly the time they called me, handed me an envelope with my passport. I went to my house.
But I'm sure here that you can pay the.
So what's the use? Listen, what's the use of all our discipline not wearing hair? Discipline not having tattoo? What, when in our soul we are not disciplined?
because
Can we start disciplining our souls and forgetting about outward appearance for once?
you have.
I
Yeah.
feel like
I'm ranting, I'm
I
sorry,
feel like
guys.
they have to curtail all of this thing because if we say
Continue what
Continue.
you're saying.
Daddy Freeze.
Woo.
I want to look at myself on your phone. Continue, you're talking now.
Okay, so like I'm saying that
Oh,
I
you
feel
don't
like
have data.
yeah, I don't have data.
Oh God, this is suffering. One day you end from it. No wonder you're advocating for sugar daddies. Please give me your phone. Somebody has sense and data.
Anyways, I was
Some of
saying
these
that
iPhone 6 that people are using.
people
right
are
now, one day
emphasizing
God
on
will deliver you.
discipline in this part of the world because if Nigerians they like if they give them chance, they'll take chances. So that's why you have to keep pushing that you have to be
It
disciplined.
has not worked.
And
It has not worked.
And
Finish.
And
Usually,
what?
I
It
feel
it
doesn't
will
work.
never work.
I feel like people.
I was trying
people
to
tell
complete
girls-
his
What is
statement.
wrong with being disciplined? What is wrong with dressing nicely? What is wrong with having good morals? There's nothing wrong with
I
all
don't
of
like
these
the
things.
fact
And if
that-
we push it,
I
there's
don't
nothing
like the
wrong
fact
with
that when you see a lady with maybe an expensive wig or weave and nice clothes, we immediately term them as slay queen. Immediately, term them as slay queen or runs, and I don't like it. The moment you've seen it a lot, yeah. If someone walks into a place and they look really good, there's going to be someone on
Oh
the
yeah,
table.
if you're looking really good, I mean, slay is just a way of saying that you.
They don't
killed the
say it
look.
in a positive way.
How?
When they,
Sometimes.
most times it's not in a positive way. When they say, leave that one, that's a slay queen.
I don't think slay queen is necessarily associated to being maybe runs or anything.
That's what
Okay,
a lot
can't
of
you?
people
Okay,
think.
okay, people. Most
That's what
I
a
don't
lot of
think a
people
lot of
think.
girls. Do you like being called a slay queen?
No?
Is she a slay queen? Does she look like it? Where is she?
I
slay?
don't slay anything. I just do me normally. So I don't slay anything. So I don't expect to be called a slay queen. Do you understand?
She's right.
But you know what I have a problem with? All this website will go on to check all the statistics that it frees. I feel like it's fraud. How can we not have any African country
You know, Naomi.
in
Naomi.
No,
You know
sorry,
my problem
there's-
with you is
No, no,
you
no.
have never traveled out
Just
of this
leave it.
country.
Daddy
before.
Freeze not
The day you
Daddy
leave this
Freeze.
Nigeria
Daddy Freeze
and you go to Ghana,
what?
Cotonou.
Cotonou.
Cotonou, then you start understanding that. Listen, hold on,
I know
hold
you're
on,
talking.
hold on.
If Nigeria is not on that
Have you
list,
been to Dubai?
why is Uganda not there? I mean, what reason does
Uganda is
have
as
not
bad
to be
as
good?
Nigeria when it
How
comes
many
to all
people
these
are there?
things. Wait, listen.
We have a few.
Have you
things-
been to Dubai?
No.
You've not been to Dubai. Have you been to Dubai?
Yes, Daddy Freeze, I've been to Dubai.
Have been to Dubai?
Yes.
Five times actually.
Have you been to the
I just don't like
UK?
showing it
No,
off.
I
I've not.
beg you in God's name, go to Dubai. Then come back and talk this nonsense you are talking.
Yeah.
Just go to
You need
Dubai.
to
then.
go. Yeah,
Ordinary
you
Dubai.
need to.
What?
Sorry, did I say
What-
ordinary Dubai?
what
Ordinary
nonsense?
South Africa.
What nonsense am I saying?
That the statistics are wrong. Go and look at what Cape Town looks like.
Yeah.
It's not about what the town looks like.
No,
It's
go
about
and look
what-
at how
what-
they behave.
How the people? How can you tell me that in a list of?
Have you been to the
How many-
UK?
No, but South
No.
Africa is not.
She
they're
should
not-
just go
I
to
was
Dubai
born there, Daddy
first.
Freeze.
You were born?
Hey.
So guys, we need to understand that look, we have a long way to go.
United
And I
States
said,
of-
you see, I advertised that I was actually going to talk about that plane incident, and it's part of our lack of information. And we're so ignorant. We're so sensitive. We're so emotionally manipulated. You see a plane landed, you don't know what happens inside the cockpit of a plane. You don't know how a plane functions. You don't have a clue. Automatically believe it's some angel that's probably carrying it at one wingtip, another angel carrying it at another wingtip, and they are flying with it. As far as you're concerned, you don't even have a clue what's going on in that plane. And then you hear a woman talking, I'm your captain. You don't understand that there are two people in a plane. You have a pilot flying and a pilot monitoring. And the person actually doing the flying is less likely to be the one doing the talking. Someone's gonna communicate with you, and the women were like, it is the woman was she flew the plane, so were you in the cockpit?
But Daddy Freeze, don't you think maybe the ladies were just encouraging like women empowerment, like, okay, a lady can fly a plane.
Okay, hold on, a lady can fly a plane. When was the youngest? I used to know a lady called Faith. She was the youngest female captain, youngest female pilot 15 years ago, 10 years ago.
I mean, I know.
So in 2019, a woman flying a plane, if it is an issue, you have a problem.
I mean, exactly. I'm with Daddy Freeze on this one, because I don't think it should be anything that would make you, oh my goodness.
But
no,
it
happens every now and then. We see women coming out.
How many?
They are pilots. They are first pilots of, first captains of different aircraft. I don't.
I'm sure you've flown a number of times.
How many woman times as a captain in 2019
shouldn't be something that would make you scream, oh my God.
What's not an everyday thing?
How many? Okay, Daddy Fish, you fly a lot. How many times has a woman been
saying that thing still makes it feel like women are not liberated
you see,
or
this
allowed
thing you are saying is what is actually running women down. A woman should be equal with a man.
But yes,
that's the
and if they don't do it, it's because women don't feel like they want to go into aviation, not because the world does not allow them. Do you understand?
No one is saying the world. Yes, it should be. Women should be equal to men, but society is not letting it happen.
How?
Because you are talking from a point of ignorance. Have you gone to the airport to
How?
actually count
Nobody
how many women?
Exactly.
You'll be amazed that
if you go for
that
aviation
probably,
school, nobody's going to tell you not
it's
to
probably
do it
40,
because you're a
60,
woman.
maybe 60% men and 40% women.
Aviation school, yes, you'll go. How many people are going to hire you?
Listen, there are a lot of female pilots everywhere. There are a lot of female pilots everywhere.
India means no longer in
and I feel
power.
like it's even more open to women now to climb the ladder.
So when you come there, it was a woman. It was a woman. First of all, you sound like the kind of people they manipulate with sentiments. I'm telling you, it was a woman. It was a woman. It was a woman. Do you know? Were you in the cockpit with them? There's a jump seat in that cockpit. Were you sitting on it?
But again, people also don't have a lot of information about flight.
Then they should shut up. Let's stop talking based on lack of information.
You cannot expect somebody who is in, the aircraft like
Let me
that
tell you,
and
if you have,
that thing not to panic.
Hold on.
If you don't have information about it, you panic.
Panic is not the right to give you. You see, let me tell you. You know what messed us up? Internet and telephone. Everybody now is a professor. Everybody now has an idea of why the government is not working. Everybody has unlettered people. The fact that you have a phone and you are recording, or you have a pen and you are typing, does not make you an authority on a subject. If you do not have an idea, you've not done any basic research on that subject. You can't just open your mouth and blab. Always keep it at the back of your mind that there's a phone recording. And what you say can and will be used against you in the court of public opinion.
Okay. Still doesn't take away the fact that I would panic.
Panic all you want. Come out and thank God, but don't say it was a woman flying.
No, but if I heard a woman talk from the inside of the plane, obviously that's what I'm going to say.
Because you're ignorant.
But Daddy Freeze, are there ever occasions where sometimes, like in cases of like that, the pilot flying would be the one talking?
There could be, but if you are not sure, you see, that woman said it was a woman. What do you mean it was a woman?
Maybe the woman.
If she had said, I think it was a woman flying because I heard the voice of a woman, that changes the color of the whole statement.
But she heard the voice of the woman.
But she said, I am your captain.
Are you actually
and that's the voice of a woman, right?
Are you making an excuse for people being ignorant now?
No,
I'm not. I have a question. But in this problem,
listen, we are so ignorant. Ignorance is like a second skin to us. It seems to make sense to you.
Daddy Freeze, when like the
let's leave aviation. In every other sphere and sector, you see people pass judgment like they went to law school, pass judgment straight out of their guts.
That refuse, but when the plane is about to take off, and then the captain, most especially the captain, most times comes on to tell everybody, communicate.
I am your captain does not mean I am the one manually
and then
aviating
no, they
the
tell
plane.
you the time, how long it's going to take you.
Does that mean
to
he's
get
the one
to
holding the
place.
yoke?
But do people know that? People,
yes, people don't know that.
I
think
can't
everybody
believe
would know
people
that.
do that. They don't know. So as they don't know it, what should they? When you don't know something, what do you do?
but
Hold on.
You assume.
You shut the hell.
No, that's
No,
why I'm
Daddy
asking, Daddy
Freeze.
Freeze.
No.
You
If
talk when you don't know something.
No,
talk.
you don't even as you don't know that what that thing is about. You just need to say the thing.
Ah,
The little
no.
is the little you know.
No.
You heard someone say,
No.
"I'm your captain," and he's
That's why I
a
don't watch
female
Nollywood.
voice.
No. Daddy Freeze, I don't know
I
about
watch Bollywood.
The captain flying is the one that addresses, like before the flight takes off, it tells you, okay, I'm about
Hold
to.
on.
Yes,
hold
who
on,
addresses?
Hold on. How
That's
would
just
you
a question.
feel if somebody says, the governor of Lagos State is a woman? How do I sound if I say now that the governor?
Daddy
of
Freeze,
Lagos...
that one is clear.
Wait.
It depends on how you say it. If you said, I'm happy that the
Thank God. I
governor...
just see a road being fixed, and I say, thank God, the governor of Lagos State is a woman. I heard a woman's voice when I was driving past the
Daddy
governor's
Freeze,
office.
I
The
don't
governor
think
must be a
that is
woman.
exactly. No,
That's
that's
not
not
the
exactly.
same. The woman-
But
that's
Daddy
so
Freeze, please
different.
answer this question.
Because we already know, and
I've
everybody
read
does.
cases where, like, especially if the plane is about to take off, the person that addresses and say, "Oh, I'm your captain. I'm taking over this flight," or something like that, and it's going to take off.
Yes, there are cases.
So could this
So
not have been a case?
I think it's a possibility. The
Yeah.
possibility.
Yes.
You
is
know why
that-
this is not a case? Because I started putting calls through, and from when the picture started coming out, I realized that I can almost tell you some basic facts. Let me give you an example.
So maybe
the captain
maybe
is new in the airline. I know that much. I asked.
okay
on the same
then. So
flight.
maybe
You are just ignorant, so I don't even have anything to
Daddy
say.
Freeze, so maybe at the start of the flight,
Now listen, listen,
captain
people should
addressed
learn
them.
how to use words like alleged. Somebody called me now and said they were threatening him. You go publicly and say somebody is a thief. The onus is on you to prove that that person is a thief. You have to learn to use I think it was a woman. I'm assuming. You see, people abroad
If she was
don't
the one
just
that
make.
addressed at the beginning of the flight,
Have you
it's
noticed that we
possible.
make a lot of statements that I don't want to use the word prejudice, but unlettered statements. We don't listen. There's so many things we need to learn. You raise the panic level when you say the plane dropped. For instance, somebody said the plane dropped out of us. Are you joking? The plane dropped. That was just. You want me to show you? I'll show you. The plane dropped out of the sky. Like, dude, if a plane drops out of the sky, you will not see one baggage intact. People's bones and intestines will be in separate places.
We hit the ground from the sky. I think I saw that.
Yeah, I saw it as
We
well.
hit the ground from the sky. As in, how unlettered can we be?
But it's someone's way of speaking. Maybe the person doesn't know how to put it out.
Then the person should shut up.
Hey.
That's it. If you don't have an idea about, before you start raising the panic level, do you know some people are going to turn back from the airport now, not going to fly again?
Yeah, a lot of people are
And it
going
puts
to, like, board
in a way it puts a bad name on the company, on the airline.
airline.
It puts I get
Until
that.
that invest. Listen, what if it was a pothole on the runway that caused the failure of the
What exactly
gear?
happened to the aircraft? What part of
See,
it?
look at it. Crash averted as plane drops from the sky. It's actually a story.
So, like, it's dropping from the sky.
You see like
Plane
if I
drops
drop this
from
was
the
a
sky.
plane.
Like, seriously.
The person
2019.
the person felt the plane
You know,
dropped.
you can feel when you're landing, you always feel like maybe little,
Yes.
you get.
You
But
see,
it's
we
not-
know so little in this country.
Daddy Freeze, I don't know however you try to make it mild, but all I know is flying is not an easy thing. So when anybody is, in the plane, they are not at rest until they come out of it. So whatever comes out, whatever
Let me
happens,
tell you, I'm not
Yes,
at
it's
going
rest.
to cause-
Hold on.
Maybe
I'm
this
not
is the
at
first
rest.
time the person is
When
flying.
I travel
It's
to
not
the
even about
UK
the
or
first
the
time.
US, I'm usually at rest. But when I'm flying locally, I'm not at rest. You know why? Because we don't have emergency management situation. I mean, what is it called? Equipment.
They're
We are here.
They're
We know how we do our things. And how we do our passport is how we do our plane.
Yeah, the lady even said it took them like how many hours to get.
Now, you see, when you are in crisis, many people panic and they tend to lose, what is it called? How many hours? How many hours does the fuel of that plane can it take them? That's how somebody said they were flying for 5 hours. Are you sure the aeroplane has fuel for 5 hours flying?
Actually, yeah, because they put in the exact amount of fuel.
No, they don't. They actually put in a lot extra, but for a 45 minutes flight, I'm not sure they'll give you fuel for 5 hours. Maybe for 3 hours, but not more for a 45 minute flight.
hours. I've experienced that before.
You are saying 3 hours. You have experienced what before. You are this ignorant person. Don't even just stop.
Wait,
Let
Zika,
me not
you-
call your name and your
Zika,
phone
you-
number so they will not come and carry you.
You are flying somewhere and
From
45 minutes.
Ajah to
You know she
VI.
was flying from.
She was using a private jet.
we didn't say Okada. We mean
She was using a private jet.
I mean, I'm talking about Marwa.
No traffic.
I'm
And
talking
you and I
about-
were stuck in traffic.
Daddy Freeze,
When you be
please.
using Marwa and Legady's Benz.
It's not true. Please, I don't even want to talk about that day. Please, let's just continue.
Maybe your concubine that you were with in the car was torturing you. You did not see the road.
It's
Just
a
found yourself
lie.
in the
Daddy
office.
Freeze is a
You
lie.
don't know how the traffic was. All right, guys, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll actually be taking calls because I'm
Okay.
offended.
Yeah.
Because, play music
Daddy
just
Freeze-
spewed out of a
Daddy
vocal
Freeze, there is
cavity.
freedom
But
of
it's
speech.
because
Yes.
because you
Freedom of
understand
ignorance.
But
Say the way
that's
you
how I
feel.
For
Yes,
example,
say
if
the way
I'm
you
in a plane
feel.
and I feel like the plane reversed,
You say it. And if you feel he dropped from the
cannot-
sky,
Shut up.
if you feel he dropped from the sky, that's the way you felt. So you just need to say
yeah, I
it.
feel like I
That's
feel
why
like the
I
plane.
feel like the plane. You see, if you don't know anything about aviation, I feel we have changed the color of that story totally. I think it was a woman flying because I kept hearing the woman's voice. That shows that you don't know, but you are not making a statement. You see, when you say it was a woman, it was what?
Maybe it was her sister. Oh, but it's in better chance that the pilot comes out.
That's how somebody said one day the pilot could not see where he was going.
But now that you are
Listen,
saying
this was a journalist. Let me look for the story for you. I almost ran mad.
Was he in the cockpit with the pilot?
when it was
Was it-
in that brownout case.
Not even that one they flew into turbulence.
The one who said, was he the one cleaning the windshield? What's wrong?
Oh my god.
Daddy Freeze. Before
You know-
people
you
fly
know
again,
the-
they should
I
go
want to show it to you.
they should
And
learn
this is a
everything about
journalist.
flying before they
I'm
do.
looking for that story.
The only thing you do, most people do, is just pray and then enter the.
Of course, they will
The
always
pilot
story.
couldn't see.
What do you expect them to do? To go and read about it before flying?
Actually, that's what you
That's
need
what
to
you're
do.
supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Zika.
But we'll pray instead.
Hold on, Zika.
We'll
That's
cover
it.
the flight
You
by
pray.
with the blood of Jesus.
Have you ever been on a
Did
flight
I say
before?
you pray?
Have you ever been on a flight before?
No.
You've never been on a flight
No, it's
before.
Marwa flying.
Have you ever been on a flight before?
Yeah.
What does the air hostess say before the flight takes off?
They give you a lot of
Safety.
directions.
They give you a lot of directions about what?
Safety precautions.
What are the safety?
Emergency.
Don't tell me. Say
One,
broad.
if you can't sit next to, if you can't take the responsibility of someone sitting next to the emergency,
Okay,
don't
you have an
stand
idea.
up.
You tell me.
They give you safety measures, how to escape.
I don't give it. Listen, they give you food. Tell me what they give.
tell you
Beans
how
and
to
a
wear-
cup or bread and butter.
They tell you how to wear the safety.
The safety what?
What's that jacket? Life jacket or something.
Do you know
like
that this thing you are saying could actually mean the difference between life and death for you?
Yes, absolutely.
And you are
But
talking about it
yes,
like
yes,
this.
Daddy Freeze. But that's the thing. I don't. Not like I don't.
What are you supposed to
not
take
like-
off?
Not like
the
I,
inflatable rafts that deploy in the case of a water landing. As a woman, what's the first thing
Daddy
that
Freeze.
advice
Let
you
me
take
tell
off?
you the truth.
Listen, I'm telling you what this is not aviation. No. This is what they announce inside the aeroplane for.
I don't. Not like I don't pay attention when I'm flying. I listen to them, but I don't just pray that kind of thing will happen to me.
Hey,
So-
check go.
No.
That thing
You
says,
don't
say it
listen
again.
to them.
Say it again. Say
You
it
don't
again.
listen to one thing.
All through my.
Have you forgotten that there
all
was
through
a
my days
pastor on one plane that
on
crashed?
Earth. Daddy Freeze, I beg, that's not my
What
own.
was it
It's
again?
not
Abuja
my
or
own.
Port Harcourt?
That one is not my own
It's not your portion.
portion. Yes.
Please
Yeah.
play our advert first, John.
Not your.
It's not my own portion, no.
Yeah.
All through my life, all the days I will spend on Earth, I will never experience that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
when I want to fly, I don't even carry all those things. So when
You don't even carry all those.
I
I don't-
think take a video.
You don't have those things
I
in
don't
mind
have all
before
those things in
flying.
mind.
But
I
the
don't
difference,
have those
you
things in
expect
mind.
her to
I
have those things in
bow
mind.
for your ignorance.
And the difference, you want her to,
I
you want her to have in
ignorant.
mind that maybe anything can happen to the plane. She has
Why do
to
you think
travel
they come and recite that thing to you?
Just in
You
case.
think they're bored?
just in
No,
case,
they tell
fine,
you
they
just in
should.
case,
It's
but
very,
let me
very
tell you,
important.
How many times do you say crashes? A lot of times.
Yes.
So if
No,
you don't-
no,
if you-
no, no, no. It's not a lot of times.
But
It's not a lot
we
of
have
times.
seen-
We
we've
don't see
seen
crashes
more-
a
we've
lot of
seen-
times.
we've-
But they tell you this thing so that just in case. But me, I already know myself that if I'm in that situation,
Nothing
I'm
will
not trying
happen.
to escape. I'm gonna die.
Oh no, Obi, you didn't say that.
Can we play adverts?
Maybe you say,
You didn't
I'd
say
rather
that.
listen to adverts than this.
Hey, oh my God, Naomi's a lie.
Maybe say, I'm gonna die.
Only panicking.
Please. I can't believe I'm surrounded.
I'm not interested. I'm not.
You want us to, you just be like,
Before the plane crashes, she will just fly from the window.